Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to address a question that I have received several times, and so I figured a lot of people must have this question, and it's time to answer that question. So let me read a comment, and we'll go from there. So he says, I saw another video by a dating coach saying that no contact doesn't work on women, and they just forget you during the no contact to the point that you lose them for good. Now, does that sound realistic? That 100% of the women that a man does no contact with are not going to come back? That's absolutely not true. There are very few absolutes when it comes to dating and relationships. And so to say that no contact doesn't work on women is not true. And I don't know why this other expert, shall we say, is saying this, but it's not true. I've had clients who were men who got their girlfriends or wives back because of doing no contact. And therefore it does work on women. Now, I think the difference is that the reason that women often break up with guys, I know that for me, this holds true. In my case, 90% of the time when I broke up with a guy, it was because I felt that they were taking me for granted, that they didn't appreciate me, that they really weren't that into me. And so I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And so in that case, if they had done no contact, I would have said, okay, it's the same old, same old. They didn't care about me before. They're not trying to get me. It obviously shows that they don't care. And so I'm just going to keep on moving. Doesn't mean I forgot them. It just meant that, to me, it showed that they weren't that interested. And so what was the point of being in the relationship? So if that's the reason that a woman has broken up with you, then yes, no contact will probably not work. And I actually already addressed this in another video where I talked about the two situations where no contact won't work. That doesn't mean that you can't do no contact for a period of time. In the beginning, when someone breaks up with you, they just want to be left alone, and they want you to think about what you've done instead of just react, because they don't know if your reactions are real or if you're just doing it as an automatic reflex, meaning that as soon as someone rejects you, you automatically want them back. So trying to stop someone from breaking up with you generally doesn't work. You have to just go along with it, just go with the flow, pretend that you're going to go with it, give them their time and space, and then if they haven't reached out to you, I say probably in about 30 days, then feel free to reach out to them. And if they do reach out to you, do not ignore them, because usually I say that if you're doing no contact and your ex reaches out but they don't say anything substantial, to ignore them. But in this case, if someone broke up with you because you were taking them for granted, or if you cheated on them and they do reach out to you, then yes, absolutely respond, because now it's up to you to make reparations. It's up to you to get them back instead of relying on no contact. So those are the two times when you must reach out, whether it's male or female. But to categorically say that no contact will not work on women, that's not true. However, if you ignored them, or if you cheated on them, took them for granted, didn't appreciate them, blah, 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 all that stuff, then more often than not, if you continue to ignore them, that's true. They won't come back to you. So if you have any questions about this, or you are interested in private coaching with me, you can reach me at theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.